The title Our Lady of Sorrows, given to our Blessed Mother, focuses on her intense suffering and grief during the passion and death of the Lord. Traditionally, however, this suffering was not limited to the passion and death event. Rather, it comprised the 7 dolors or 7 sorrows of Mary, which was foretold by Simeon, who proclaimed to Mary, "This child is destined to be the downfall and the rise of many in Israel, a sign that will be opposed, and you yourself shall be pierced with a sword, so that the thoughts of many hearts may be made bare." These 7 sorrows of Our Lady are the flight into Egypt in the Gospel of Matthew, the loss and finding of the child Jesus in the temple, Mary's meeting Jesus on his way to Calvary, Mary standing at the foot of the cross when our Lord was crucified, her holding the body of Jesus when it was taken down, and finally, the burial of the Lord in the tomb. In all, the prophecy of Simeon that a sword would pierce the heart of our Blessed Mother came true. For this reason, Mary is sometimes depicted with her heart exposed and with 7 swords piercing it. More importantly, each new challenge for our Blessed Mother was received with the same courage, love, and trust that echoed her first, "Let it be done to me according to thy word." These words were first announced at the Annunciation by Mary and continued to be the constant refrain of her whole life. The readings chosen for the feast are from Hebrews and the choice of either John or Luke. All 3 readings speak about how Jesus and Mary handled challenges in their lives and how we can learn from them. The text from the letter to the Hebrews speaks about the total humanity of Jesus to make abundantly clear that the suffering that Jesus went through was an integral part of his earthly life. And when we go through our own challenges, we need to remember that. Though he was the Son of God, he was challenged with accepting the cross. And though he prayed that the cross be taken away, what was more important was for him to do God's will. And this led to his acceptance of the cross willingly and also courageously. The gospel text from Luke is Simeon's second oracle and addressed specifically to Mary. It prefigures the rejection of Jesus. Not everyone will receive the salvation that has been prepared. Not everyone will see the light of revelation or recognize the glory of God in the coming of Jesus. The sword that will pierce Mary's heart refers to the rejection of her son and to the final rejection of Jesus on the cross. Mary's response is courageous because she knows that, like Jesus, God's will be better for her son, even more important than what she wants for herself. The scene in the Gospel of John is where 4 women are named standing by the cross: his mother, his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Clopas, and Mary of Magdala. Of these, the focus falls on Mary, the mother of Jesus, and the beloved disciple, who is now named and given charge of the mother of Jesus. While the beloved disciple is indeed a historical figure, he can be anyone who loves Jesus, man, woman, child or youth. Every one of us who loves Jesus is then a beloved disciple and is handed on the mother of Jesus as our own mother. The command of the Lord to such a disciple who loves him is that he or she must also take his mother into their homes because she is an integral part of the family of Jesus. The feast of Our Lady of Sorrows is relevant for each one of us today. It shows us, first of all, that Jesus and Mary were constantly doing God's will, and yet they were not spared from the cross. They were not spared from the challenges of life. Second, it shows us that even in the midst of these challenges, when we cannot see God's hand as we would like to, God is present. It shows us that even though we may have to carry heavy crosses at some times of our lives and may even be crucified, death is not the end. There is the resurrection. And so today, as we remember our Blessed Mother, we also learn from her that, like her, we will be courageous constantly, no matter what challenges we might face in our lives, and respond through the grace which our Blessed Mother will obtain for us. Let it be done to me according to your